Alright, we're back to another episode of The Good, The Bad, and The Gold.
Oh god, my hair. Gap. Okay.
Okay, so, how do we want to start this one?
I think you know what you want to start with.
Yeah, I know I want to start with, but I kind of think we should start with The Good first. Right, let's start with the good first, even though we really got some things to say about for the bad. First one, the Dark Dictator. Ellie, care to give us some history and facts about this guy?
He's Alfred and Soul Saber Dragon at the same time, basically. But for Shadow Paladins, who were really lacking in good, not blaster grade 3s. The only problem right now is that they only have full bow to go to in terms of first vanguards, so he doesn't have the best synergy with the clan right now. But in due time, he'll be pretty solid. All they need is a good rear guard, really, and if they get a clone of those discharging dragons or whatever, they're good to go.
Any opinions with you, Dan, on this?
Just be a man and play Zap Bow.
Yeah, that's what I would think too. You just play Zap.
Yeah, just play good grade ones.
Really, Guru Bow, Aryan Rod, and Karen. Yeah, that's all you need. Yeah.
All you need. Alright, then I guess you don't have anything to say that hasn't been said already?
Once they get a Flame of Victory, you can Dr. Dick twice.
Alright. Before we move on, we should probably say exactly what he does.
When he's placed on the Vanguard Circle, you can Soul Blast 3, and your front row rear guard Shadow Paladins gain 5k for the turn. Other than that, he can't be boosted, and he gains 2k for each of your Shadow Paladin rear guards during your turn. So, he's half and half.
As a van, he can't be boosted because it'd suck if it's also at the rear as well.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we've gone over that. Now let's go to the real meat of this thing that we've been holding it in for all the whole time. The bad skydiver. Goddamn bootleg skydiver.
He's not even skydiving, he's platform jumping.
Yeah. Alright, so go with the effect first.
Well, first off, he has bias. If you don't have another Spike Brothers, minus 2000, but it's fine. His auto skill in the rear guard is when you can put this unit in assault when its attack hits anything.
Yeah.
You may pay the cost if you choose to. You can have a Spike Brothers from your hand and call it to rear guard.
Yeah, well.
I mean,
as much as I like attacking multiple times, what's one guy gonna do by himself unless he's Juggernaut Maximum?
Yeah, because at that point, you're most likely going to be boosting him, and what you bring out won't be as strong as Skydiver. At most, it's just going to be a 5k block. Even if Dragger comes out, you don't have room for it because...
Onto the history.
Grade 3s are stupid.
Onto the history of us trying to use this guy.
Right. I think we even went so far as to try to use the stand trigger. I'm not sure.
We were considering it.
Either way, like, he's really easy to stop, and even if they don't stop him, they're not exactly dying for it, because the last attack's not going to be big.
The chances are...
And it clogs your field, so your Emperor plays don't work.
Yeah, they block that guy when you're trying to Emperor. Well, that's two zones that they'll just hit the block and you won't be able to explode on them. Because the Emperor has to call to the open rear guard circle, which a lot of people tend to overlook. And it makes all the difference, because if you play this guy, and you are hoping to Emperor, which you probably are going to, because really he's the best one there is right now at what he does. You're gonna be stuck with just that field for a long time.
I find it offensive that this card ever topped anything.
Me too, and I'm sure Dan agrees too.
Juggernaut Maximum is all you need.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't. Offended. You know what I mean, YouTube. Shut up.
But yeah, we've even tried going as far as net decking the deck in question.
Yeah, just to see how it runs. Maybe we were wrong about something. No.
Nope, we weren't. We found that it was much better to use the Juggernaut and.
Oh hey, it's that guy.
There's the missing guy.
Oh, Dr. Dickinson.
We are on the Skydiver at the moment. We're talking about stories of how we've tried every kind of deck imaginable to make him work, but he won't work because he's a bad, horrible card.
Yep.
I think it was the reason why Eric got Gridlock, because he wanted to use Skydiver in that. I kept on killing his grade 2s and that
I remember you trying that out.
In the days of Seyfried and Dudley Dan, you didn't have a reason to play it because Juggernaut was there. He was more accessible. He was more potent.
He is the maximum.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maximum. I actually showed one day. I think I mentioned this in an earlier story about how much better the Maximum is. Because if you ride either one of them, it's it's the Skydiver Maximum. It's 11K Vanguard. That's always fun. But the cool thing about Juggernaut that makes him better than the Skydiver is when you need him to go away, he'll go away.
And numbers are more important than skills, always and forever. Sadly.
Even back when their only main grade 3 was General Siegfried, you'd rather just play Juggernaut because you're going to be hitting for bigger numbers.
You need more open circles.
We need open circles for just in case he gets off.
And if you just top another Siegfried or Juggernaut from Siegfried's skill, well, bam, just call it there.
I'd rather Juggernaut have Siegfried get me another Juggernaut and do it again than hope that Skydiver might go off and hope that I have the card in my hand to
He doesn't go back in the deck.
Yeah, he also doesn't go back in the deck, which means you have less ammunition for later. Which in Spike Brothers, it's a very bad thing, isn't that right?
It's just lather, rinse, repeat with them. And I think we're getting repetitive now. So
we are getting repetitive because we're so angry at this card because Zach saw us doing it second hand. We tried so hard.
Oh God, you go sleep. Go away. Anyways,
on to the goal.
Yeah, onto the goal. We've ranted enough. The goal.
Incandescent line, Blond, Ezel.
Ezel. Yep, apparently.
Yep.
Just me.
We have some things to say about that card too. Actually, not as much as Skydiver.
Hey, shut up! I like him.
Like how many times I pulled him?
Elliot.
My hammy for Ezel and nothing else deck.
Oh God.
Elliot.
So good.
Shut up.
Because it's not.
Effective Limit Break 4, Counterblast 2. Look at the top card of your deck and search up to 1 gold paladin from among them. Call to open rear guard, put the rest on the bottom of your deck, and increase the unit's power by the original power of the unit called with this effect until the end of the turn.
And then he's got that whole mini Alfred effect where he gains 1,000 for each gold paladin rear guard.
Yeah.
He's not terrible. I mean, he was designed to just hit those crossroads pretty hard. He can make 23k column with Gareth, and it's all good and good. And then he can get stupid huge 1 or 2 times per game. Or if you get lucky, you can land some trips and do it some more.
The problem isn't that he's terrible. It's not even that he's not good. It's just that
he's gold paladin.
He's gold paladin.
Luck based.
Yeah, he's luck based. And as a result, there's 2 other guys who we know do better things.
Just play 4 Garmor. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, run 4 Garmor and then Spectral Duke if you want to, and those guys can do everything you need.
Again, use Ezel how Aichi always used it. You have low resources in hand, and you really want to build up the bigger field.
Don't boost him. That's my advice. It's just easier that way. Because if you're playing him on turn 3 or whatever, you can typically hit with just your 4 rear guards on the outside build up. And then once you hit limit break range, you can intercept off your front row and then limit break new guys into those slots. And he doesn't really need anything back there because he's always hitting for good numbers. Although you could overkill them with Tron or whatever if you want to. Not all that necessary though.
Yeah.
It's good to see that this guy is getting upgraded as opposed to anything else, just because he's kind of mediocre.
He's in a position where an upgrade can improve him and not make him too stupid, as opposed to say if Garmor got an upgrade.
Stop! Edgar, what are you doing? No.
Oh god, if he or Dr. Duke got an upgrade, I would be terrified.
Yeah, as of now, only relevant because superior ride, safety net.
Yeah, because of the cure that lets you that lets you bring him out.
No, I'm pretty sure it's cure.
Well,
it's written that way.
Well, Elliot, I don't know how to tell you this, but we're going to call it both just in case we're wrong.
Here's the thing. CEO Amaterasu. I think we can have some leeway with this.
I hope so.
I hope so too. But
right.
I mean,
that's this week's.
Before we do that though, Zach, did you have anything to do since you just got in late?
No, I'm pretty good.
You pretty good?
Ezel, I love you.
Okay then. Then yes, that is it then for
this week's the good, the bad, and the gold. Tune in later this week for
the borderline edition of the good, bad, and the gold, where we will look at cards that aren't really good or bad on the surface, but they
have to go somewhere.
They have to go somewhere, so we look at how they did to determine it. So that's it. Bye. All right.